Yo, what's up guys? Hope you're doing good today and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, we're going to be opening up these Sacred Shards. We got a Void Shard, Ancient Shard, and a Sacred Shard to open up. I got one of these Sacred Shards from completing campaign on Brutal, or 3-starring it, I mean. 3-starring every mission, and I got one for doing the monthly quest, which gives it one Sacred Shard for completing every single daily quest for a month straight. And they got 2 Void Shards. I think I got one of those from the campaign, and then one of those from doing like the monthly quests. Then I think I got this Ancient Shard from like the store or something. It was like free. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead and start off with an Ancient Shard, and we'll work our way up to that Sacred Shard. So here we go. There's a progressive chance, although you can only, I guess like get this if you use a lot of shards, but I don't have that many. I want to see what these guys do before I pick one. Just in case we somehow get it, I guess. Anything spicy here? Just gonna briefly go over these and, see what I want to pick. Just in case. Well, I sure hope that loads. Oh, cool, I can just read them. HP burn, attacks on enemies, increases attack. Okay. Max debuff's cool. This guy looks cool. How about Taiga? Tank Top Taiga. Ragash. Perfect Veil. How about this guy? Odo of the Peel. Of the Peel? Bro. Looks like his freaking hair got peeled off, if anything. We're talking about peel. Anywho's. Yeah, I don't know. None of these guys are like that interesting so far. They're not like, wow. Wait, this character's really sick. Cecia Flame Tongue. Me 3 times, HP burn. Attacks all enemies. Increases defense if they have burn. Activates HP burns. Places HP burn debuff on this champion and attacks all enemies. 25% chance of placing HP burn debuff on all enemies for 3 turns? What the heck? Places HP debuff on themselves? Also the enemies? I mean, maybe this one. I don't know. Wait, increases ally accuracy on bottles by 60? Yo, 60 is a big number, isn't it? I don't know, I'll pick her. Why not? Alright, let's just get to it. Here we go. Putting up the Ancient Shard. Who there? I've never seen them before. 1100 tournament points. Wow, that's a lot, isn't it? His name is Lumber. He likes lumber. What is all this? Does he just have like a bunch of like weapons strapped to his lumber? What am I looking at here? Interesting. Why is he all chained up, bro? What'd you do? Did you escape? You escape from prison? Very interesting. He is a Oregon tribes? Oregon? Attacks one enemy, places decreased attack, defense, okay. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased debuff for 2 turns, okay. Ooh, this places 50% increase crit damage buff on the champion, attacks all enemies. That one's good. Alright, what's his reviews? Oh, ew, these are bad. Alrighty, interesting. Alright, let's move on to our 2 Void Shards here. Oh, wait, there's more characters. Holy, this guy looks cool. Odin Faefather. Epic support, 50% of spacing a Berserk debuff for 2 turns. Removes all buffs from all enemies. 80% chance of placing 60% decreased debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Also has 80% chance of placing a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Okay, that sounds really good. Tags one enemy before attacking. Steals all the buffs from the target. The damage inflicted by the steal depends on the target's type. Oh wait, this is so cool. When inflict damage based on target's attack, based on defense, based on the target's max HP. Ignore 100% of the target's defense. If the target was killed by the skill, revives a random dead ally with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Okay. What's his ascended skill? Every 9 turns, place block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn, and also applies a buff, spread effect. All buffs for this champion and place them on all allies. That is cool. 40% extra speed? Oh, for like void champions only. That guy sounds really cool. Alright, who's this? Akarzia? He's a dwarf. Attacks one enemy, increases defense. Damage of the skill increased by 10% every time the skill is used? Wait, that is really cool. based on max enemy HP, and then character HP and attack. Okay, that sounds crazy. For a basic ability. Attacks me 2 times. Place a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. Value of the shield buff is equal to 5% of this champion's max HP for each critical hit. That's cool. That's cool. It's me 2 times. 8% chance of stealing 100% of the target's turn meter before attacking. Okay, that's really cool. That cannot be resisted. Target has a higher max HP than this champion. Wow. That was really cool. This is the damage taken from AoE attacks. Okay, that's cool. Is that like crit rate and all about us by 19%? That's crazy. I like that. Oh, this guy's kind of cool. It's gonna be 2 times. He's an extra hit. The target has a freeze debuff. There's 1 random buff from each enemy. There's a chance of placing a freeze debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Damn. So these two like would combo together. And attacks all enemies, places 60% decreased defense debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Places an extra hit. Target's under a freeze debuff. Very cool, very cool. So you can like freeze everyone and then like use this. And you get like an extra hit. Extra AoE hit. That's really cool. When hit by somebody, they have a chance of getting frozen. What? Increases the damage inflicted by allies against enemies under freeze debuff by 25%. That's kind of crazy. Increases allies speed in arena battles by 30%. Dang, out of these 3, I'm not sure who I want. Not sure who I want to pick. They're all like really cool. I think Odin looks the coolest. He's the most OP though. I don't know. I kind of like this guy actually. I don't know. I mean, my chances are really low, so I don't think it even matters. Let's open up these void shards, see if we get an epic or a void character. We got a void character, hell yeah. Malbranche. Attacks 1 enemy. Attacks 1 enemy, decreases bomb debuff detonation countdowns by 1 turn. Nice. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times, places a counterattack buff on the champion for 2 turns. I like that, that's cool. Attacks 1 enemy has a 60% chance of placing a bomb debuff that detonates after 3 turns. So you use this, and then you hit him with your regular attacks to reduce the bomb detonation timer. That's cool. Oh, increases eye speed and rebounds by 16%. Not bad. How are the reviews? Kind of low. Kind of low. But it's a void character, which is pretty cool. What's the frenzy set? What does that do? Interesting. I don't know what frenzy set does. I don't know if I have that. Alright, let's open up another. Who that? A rare character. And they are void. Wait, so is it just like void characters always give you I'm sorry, void shards always give you void characters? I'm assuming yes. That's why they're maybe called void. Alright, text with me 5% chance of transferring 1 random debuff from this champion to the target. Text with me if there's any chance. Okay, the chance just goes up higher after you ascend her. Attacks 1 enemy, 6% chance of putting the target's skills on cooldown. That's OP. Text 1 enemy damage increases according to the number of debuffs on the target. Wait, that sounds cool. So like if you put a bunch of debuffs on a boss and then use this skill, like would it do like really insane damage or something? Like how much does the damage increase for each like debuff? I wonder. Dang, the ratings are pretty low. I mean, I guess a 4 is okay. And anything under 4 I would say is like bad. Alright, for what you've all been waiting for, the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to use our 2 sacred shards now. I think this is the chick I liked. Like her burn debuffs. Alright, let's see if we can get her. And we need some more of like forest characters badly that are like strong. Alright, here we go. Opening up our 2 sacred shards. Okay, an epic character. Kunoichi. Oh, wait, I think I had this character on my very first account ever. She is force, that's good. Defense. 30% chance of placing a 25% weakened debuff for 2 turns. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. Wait, that's really good. for like sustain for your team. Places 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Fills this champion's turn meter by 50%. Okay, what does ally protection do? That is caster champion takes 25 or 50% of direct damage inflicted upon the target champion. Oh, okay, that's really cool. So dang, she a pretty good tank then. She don't look like a tank. She looks like you know, she like could be an attacker. Her damage is based off how much defense she has. I remember this move being like really good for like damage. Alright, let's move on. Wait, reviews? Okay, the reviews are not bad. Not bad, like 4.3 on average here. She obviously likes defense in life, as most things do. Alright, our last Sacred Shard. Please be a legendary. Here we go. Darn, it's epic. Wait, he looks really cool. Pestilus. Epic support character. Let's check his reviews. Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh man, he's good at Chimera, apparently. He likes speed and life. Attacks 2 times at random, 30% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. And it's kind of cool for a regular ability. Attacks 1 enemy, 50% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns. Heals all allies by 15% of their max HP if the HP burn debuff is placed. Heals the turn meter of all allies by 15% if the HP burn debuff is not placed. Interesting. That is very interesting. Places 50% increased accuracy buff and 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Wait, that sounds crazy. That sounds kind of crazy. Increases ally accuracy in Doom Tower battles by 50. That's pretty good. I mean, this guy is pretty dripped out. He looks pretty badass. He's from Knights Revenant. But his ratings are so low. Maybe he's just like meant to be good at Doom Tower just based off his aura? I don't know. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of these characters I just got, L or W. Maybe you know more about them than I do. But I think I like the tank I got. I like the tank. Here's all the characters that I own. We're still working on getting Kale to 6 stars, so we have a bunch of random like couple 5 stars. We're just about there. Yeah, I must have my next 5-star. And then we just need one more 5-star to get Kale. So another day or 2, and I think I have my 6-star Kale. So that's what we're working on here. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the shard opening. Hope you were entertained by the opening of the shards. I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching my videos. And if you want to help support me, body that like button, subscribe if you're new for daily content. Leave a comment down below what you think of the characters. And use that QR code in the bottom right. And you'll get a free epic character after the tutorial. And a free legendary at level 25. Obviously, you'll need to uninstall and reinstall the client using that code. Or the QR code or link in description. If you want those benefits on your new account. And yeah, that'll be all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching.